everyone, it's Tyler here from Strive Physiotherapy and Performance. In this video, I'd like to talk about a little analogy I like to use, a little guideline I like to use when recovering from long-standing pain or chronic pain. So with long-standing pain, this may mean you have pain that the typical or science definition is longer than 3 months, but this could apply to people who have had it for a year, 2 years, 5 years, no matter the injury. Now, typically what we see when someone has long-standing pain or chronic pain is it's more of a whole body thing. It's not just that your shoulder hurts or there's something structure in your shoulder that's damaged. Once that structure gets fixed, pain will poof and go away. What we know about pain, especially in the long-standing case, is it tends to have what we call biopsychosocial components, meaning some of your biology, like say a potential damaged muscle in your shoulder, some of your psychology, now whether that be your mood, your stress level, as well as social aspects of your life. For example, is the pain cutting into you being able to hang out with your friends or family or do your tasks, say, as a parent? So because the biopsychosocial component of pain is really the forefront of long-standing pain, it's not typically something we can just snap our fingers, do one small thing, and make the pain poof and completely disappear quickly. In fact, it's often unrealistic to tell someone, hey, you've had pain for 5 years, come see me for 2 months and you'll have no pain ever again. The more realistic thing is that you will always have some level of pain. You'll just hopefully be much better at managing your pain. You'll know what your triggers are. You'll know how to manage things when it's not going quite as well. And then a little rule of thumb I like to use, and I've made this rule of thumb up. Of course, it's not heavily scientific or even heavily true for every single human being, is that if we were to improve 50%, so 50% from where you currently are, and you have pain for 5 years and it's severe, say 10 out of 10 all the time, if you can improve by 50%, that would be considered a significant and massive win. In fact, if there's a medication or a drug that does that, it's considered a miracle drug. So what that means is those drugs don't really exist. So if we can work together to improve your understanding of your own pain picture, of what your triggers may be, what things make you better, what things make you worse, how can we get you more active, and you improve by 50% long term, that would be considered a significant and massive win for you. Now, unfortunately, that 50% is likely to come at approximately 1% per week. So if it comes at 1% per week, it will take, say, a year to get 50% or 52% better. Now, if we're trying to improve 1% per week, I typically will ask people, do you think you would notice a 4% change in how you currently feel? Now, I would tend to vote no. You probably wouldn't really notice 4%. That's pretty small in the grand scheme of your overall well-being. Now, I hope that you would, but you might not. But 4%, if you're only improving at 1% a week, is a month. So unfortunately, what we see when trying to recover from long-standing pain is a very challenging and long process. And there may be a tendency or an urge or a desire to assume or want to give up because you think it's not working after trying it for, say, a month or 6 weeks. But typically being 4 to 6% better, you might not notice. Now, if I were to say, do you think you'd notice if you were 25 or 26% better? Now, most people, when you think of a quarter of something, it starts to be a little more realistic and a little more, I definitely think I would realize being 25% improved over where I am right now. Now, the downside of that is that may take 6 months. So really, I give this analogy to people to help them understand that it is a long prognosis, a long process in trying to recover from long-standing or chronic pain, and encourage you to not really give up and really work on what is involved in your biopsychosocial picture of your pain, and work with someone who can help you learn that and help you coach you through how to get more active, how to learn what things you need the most support with, and find someone who's willing to help you find other professionals who may help you most with that. For example, if your biggest issue or the thing you struggle the most with is stress management or anxiety, having a physiotherapist who could help you find a counselor who would be more appropriate in helping you with that is really how you're going to make the most long-standing positive changes. This video was primarily just to discuss my 1% a week expectation. Please leave a comment below if you have any questions or concerns or you want to learn more. Thanks for listening.